Hi, in today's Freedom Model Quick Lesson, I'm going to talk about something that's kind of been bugging me a bit lately, and that is the idea that substance use, heavy substance use, is caused by emotional problems and mental health issues. And the converse of that is when people try to stop their substance use, when they try to change their substance use habit, and they start experiencing emotional upheaval, which, by the way, is absolutely normal when you're trying to change a well-entrenched habit or you're trying to change a preference. They immediately think, I'm obviously too mentally ill. I'm struggling with depression, anxiety, borderline personality, bipolar disorder. There's all of these diagnoses that are heaped on people with heavy substance use problems. And it's important to stop and wonder, are they real? Is my substance use caused by these problems? And if you started reading the Freedom Model, you'll see that it isn't. That it's very clear that the vast majority of people with mental health issues don't have substance use problems. Let me say that again. Only less than 20% of people diagnosed with mental health issues also have heavy substance use problems. So clearly, if this were causal, then we would see a whole heck of a lot more people having substance use problems. Now, this doesn't mean that your mental health issues or your emotional problems or whatever it is that's going on in your life isn't a reason for your heavy use. If you believe that alcohol, opiates, benzodiazepines, whatever it is that's your substance of choice, if you believe that helps you, if you believe in some way that you can be happier using at the level you're using than you can be not using at all, then of course you're going to go to it. Think about it for a minute. If there was a substance, a pill, a food, a supplement, whatever it is, if there was one thing that healed our wounds, that helped us through difficult times, if there was one thing that could reliably change a bad mood to a good mood, every single person would take it. Every single person. There isn't. And let's look at emotional ups and downs. This country, our society, Western civilization has gone in this direction that we're supposed to be happy and feeling good every single day of our lives? Really? Regular, normal mental health issues, feelings, emotional strife has now been clinicalized to such an extreme that every single person, the minute they start to feel down, and if that feeling of being down lasts for more than a day or two, they feel like something's wrong with them. You may not even go see a mental health professional. You may just internally be thinking, oh, something's wrong with me. I've got depression. I've got anxiety. Let me go use my substance of choice and make myself feel better. And then you get in this downward spiral because it doesn't really work that well, if at all. And so when you start questioning the benefits of your substance of choice, you can see not only is it not effective at changing my mood, but now the more I use it, it seems to be contributing to my extreme highs and lows, or to the way that I interact with people. So a couple things. Whether you're using the Freedom Model or not at this point, whether you've read the book or not, go easy on yourself. Highs and lows in our emotions are a normal part of being human. and allow for the possibility that you're okay, that there's nothing clinically terribly wrong with you, and that it's a normal part of changing and growing and changing our habits and changing our preferences, to have some days where you feel like you can do it all and some days where you're just happy that you got out of bed. We all have those days. I have those days. And I can tell you that getting through them is much easier when you don't think of yourself as being broken. You're not broken. You're incredibly, wonderfully human with all the good and the bad. There are things that make my heart sing, and then there are things that make me feel terribly low. And that's the way life works. Can you imagine if every day was super wonderful? It would probably get boring. Isn't it sometimes the lows in our life that make the highs seem that much better? You're not broken. And even if you're being treated for a mental health issue, allow for the possibility that it isn't permanent and that you can get over it, that you can figure out how to be happier in this world, just internally, just in your mind. And that you don't need substances to do it, because you don't. And that's my Freedom Model Quick Lesson for today.